What's up, guys? Good morning. Good morning. I want to make sure you guys can hear me. Give me a second. And I also got to turn off this filter right here. Make sure that you guys are able to see this here really nicely. Bam. There we go. Good morning, guys. My name is Cruz El Capitan. I'm the founder and head trader of NewAgeWallStreet.com. We trade primarily options. We are trading a lot more futures now these days. We trade some small caps whenever we're feeling feisty. Welcome, guys, to another Tuesday trading. I hope everyone's had a good Easter weekend, Passover. We're going to go ahead and get to the meat and potatoes here very quickly. Before we get started, guys, if you guys could just take a second and like the stream and go share it with another trader friendly so they could come and hang out with us and get some good vibes and learn a couple things here with us. Hopefully, we have some volatility and some range today in the market, so we could have make some money. All right, so let's jump right in here. First things first. I'm gonna go ahead and on the economic calendar. There's not anything here on the economic calendar. I'm gonna go ahead and I wish this thing had a different way of showing this screen, so it didn't take it off. But there's not much here. You on the like I said on the economic calendar, there is right when the market closes. Fed member Harkins is speaking, and then a little bit after that, we have Kashkan. I don't know if that's how you say it correctly. That's a short-term energy outlook at 11 o'clock, and I believe this is my local time. So that'll be noon. That'll be noon Eastern. Yes, noon market time. As far as today, guys, we're going to go ahead and start off over here on the option chain. So looking at our open interest as far as today. So right now the price is currently, I believe, 409.61 is what we're at. What puts us kind of right here. And if you take a look, I wish I could like annotate on the chart. So between this 408 and then the 410, we have a little bit of a bigger open interest on the call side right here. So this is going to act as a little bit of resistance, and then you see we have a gap right here at 411, and then we also have 15,000 at 412. So that's something that I want you to be aware of, is that if we have enough momentum to stay above 410 here at the open, that we may go up and test that 412. That would be pretty nice. So the only thing is on the technical level is what we're looking at is we're kind of in this range where we put in a really nice support at this like 406 area, which is the on the ES it comes out to be 4100. And then the top of our range is going to be this 4160. Well, 4171 is what the very top is. But we've this 410 ish area, 411 is where we're having supply. So what we want to look at is our reaction to being above 410 at the open if we're able to push up and see if we have enough demand to continue our move. So we may open, go sideways a little bit for a little bit of accumulation, and then continue moving up. So that's kind of like the opening move that we're looking at. And then coming back to our option chain, what I'm looking at here, one of these, there we go. So we have support at 408 right here where that call open interest drops off at, and then it stays thick right here for 14,000, 28,000 here to 406. That's at 4,100, and then just stays thick all the way to 403. So I don't believe that we're going to get anything lower than that. 408 would be the absolutely kind of bottom of our range for today, I believe, unless we get some type of catalyst that makes us move more aggressively outside of that range. Cool. All right. So with that being said, those are the levels that we're looking at here and what I think is going to happen at the open. So a little bit of sideways action, maybe a little pullback, and then we're going to test to see what the supply is like up here above this 410 and see if we could get to that 412. So 412 being, if we zoom out here, did it hit 412 that last time? Yeah. So this is that top. So pretty much hitting up here towards this R2 area. Oh, sorry guys, I had to sneeze. Okay. Let's go ahead and look at some scans here. So just to go ahead and kick it off, LMT was we've been watching this for a little bit here off this compression. So this 472, it got pretty much up to the 500, 500 being that magnet. I don't see that this is going to slow down anytime soon because if we come out to the bigger, yeah, so if we come out to the bigger, I like here we had like this compression going on, the top being this 498.95, and we're looking for this to break out and continue going further up. Thing is, if you're trading this with options, it's very the liquidity in it is not too good, and it does trade really thin. So it may pull back a little bit, maybe this 492 or so, and then continue going further up. But that's something that we're looking at. Another one is if you've been coming and watching the if you've been coming and watching the Stockcast on Sunday, we have been talking about this MU that it was kind of straggling behind Nvidia, AMD, and now I think it's time to shine. So it's finally going to get going, and it's put in this really awesome bottoming pattern right here, guys. You can see where it's ascending triangle. If you're into the whole triangle formation things, this is our supply area we have to break through, and then our goal is for it to get the first one to get to 70. So um, kind of crazy that a lot of everyone was talking about this yesterday. We've been talking about it for weeks. Kind of late to the party on that one. We'll go ahead and hit the scans here, see if there's anything else. CarMax, I believe CarMax was reporting earnings. I'm not 100% sure. Yes, CarMax is up on earnings here, guys. Honestly, I would probably fade this back down. So we'll keep this on watch here today. So I'm gonna put the ones here that we have. So KMX. So I'll do watch list. Dude, I am so hungry right now. KMX, CarMax, LMT, and then what the other one MU. Uh, oh, the all the Bitcoin sympathy stuff. So all the crypto sympathy stuff. Riot, looking pretty good. So Bitcoin. I don't know why Thinkorswim doesn't allow you to see Bitcoin on here. It's kind of silly that they don't allow you to see. That's how you know it's a boomer platform. They still don't. Um, but anyways, Bitcoin and crypto have been running pretty crazy. So Riot has been really cool to the upside, and then the other one would be Mara. Those are crypto sympathies that pace them, and then there is also the crypto ETF. It's a BITO. So if you want to, this one trades very thin here, guys. It's just an ETF of different cryptos that pace it. And actually, I wanted to buy this a while back, man. I think it was down in this area, and I didn't do it. I'm a freaking idiot. Would have been up already. What is it, 70% or something like that? Yeah. So I wanted it to fill this gap right here, and it pretty much did that. So now it's trying to get that breakout right here over this 18. But yeah, I wanted it to fill this gap. So I kind of took my focus off of it. Oh wow, no worries. Um, let's see, LCID, Bud Light. Tesla has been pretty active this morning here, guys. Good morning, guys. If you're new to the stream, say good morning so I could greet you personally. If you're not new to the stream, say good morning anyway so I could greet you. mRNA. Dude, I am so hungry. Someone needs to bring me some breakfast. Um, FSLR. I haven't checked on that one in a little bit. Okay, cool. Flagging right here. So pretty much these same upward formation right here. Um, Baidu. That's a Chinese ticker. Progressive. DLTR. Ooh, this one's a really nice one. I like this setup right here, this compression setup right here on DLTR, and then it's trying to break out, go up. So the target would be the top of this range towards 170. Not all in one shot, but it is definitely there. Dave, what's up, brother? Good morning. Good morning. There. Dude, this DKNG, like I feel like if the Wall Street Bets crowd gets a hold of it, this could make a pretty nice little run. Scan. This playlist on Spotify is like it's made for my liking, and it's like it's supposed to be like a happy playlist. It's actually pretty cool. Mara. I'm also gonna ask you guys some questions here in a little bit. I'm having some interviews with our developers as far as our platform that we're making, and I want to ask your guys' opinion on it. PayPal. Tilray. So Tilray is a pot stock company, guys, and they had news that someone bought them out, or they're merging with someone. I think yesterday. Also, it looks like earnings. Yeah, so they're up right here. I don't know what their float is anymore, and to see how far they'll go up and stuff. But there's that, and then that's it here, guys. I think. Did she? I actually like the ARKK, dude. The arc. This so we have this bigger compression right here. If we come out to like the daily, so this is screaming this getting super tight right here. I would like for this to kind of start pushing up a little bit. Um, a lot of the stuff that she has, actually, that would be a good thing to look at right now. I haven't looked at it in a long time, to be honest. Um, she sold DraftKings. Okay, so she doesn't have DraftKings no more. So let's take a look. I haven't looked at the ARKK. I used to get the email for it, and I haven't seen it in a while now that I think about it. Um, there it is, holdings. All right, so the biggest holding she has is Tesla, then Zoom, I don't know about that whole Zoom thing. Roku, Coin, SQ, Path, Shop. I like Shop. I actually own Shop in my long term. Um, Teledoc. I like Teledoc too. Let's see. These are just like the top 10 though, right? There's not. Oh, here we go. Oh, this is gonna make me download a damn PDF for all this. I don't. Anyways, I don't like the whole. I don't like Zoom, dude. I think that was just. I think this was just a COVID play. I really don't like this one here that she's holding. What else? Yeah, it wants me to download a damn PDF. Roku, I think is no. I like. I mean, technically, I like the setup right here. I'm gonna go ahead and put on an alert just in case, but just for the breakout, the compression setup breakout, I like it, but to hold, I don't. Coinbase, yeah, Coin Square. Someone posted a picture of Kathy Wood like back in the day, dude. She's definitely one of the best looking investors I've ever seen. Yeah, the square looks like shit, and that's it. So I do want to look at real quick Unity. Yeah, this Unity is kind of not doing well again. Let's see, DDOG, and then no, no. Ooh, it retested the breakout. I like this here on the snow for it to get back up to 152. It's not very much range, but that's it, guys. We're over here waiting for Chipotle to do a split. Who the hell is buying $1,600 burritos? Actually, looks pretty good, guys. This is this breakout right here, this neckline, kind of. We do something like this. It did reject, and it looks like they have earnings coming up. But if we could get something that this almost, yeah, almost resembles like this, right? How this was doing, and then it hit earnings and went up 300 points. That would be cool if it did the same thing right here. So I also have some Monster in my long term. We're trying to get up there and break out. Keep on going. They just did a split. Cool. Any other tickers that you personally want me to go over for your trading today, or just kind of to analyze for you? Put them in the chat. I'm happy to go ahead and go over. Oh, I didn't press this. Um, put them in the chat. I'm happy to go over anything that you see on the chart, or you have questions about, or anything in the trading psychology, whatever is everything is um, fair game. So ask away. I will try my best to go out and answer you. I'm also happy to answer anything about my personal trading journey and just opinion on things. Like someone we had a good topic of conversation the other day about pyramiding into trades. So taking multiple executions to enter a trade. And I don't. I'm sure that you could quantify it in some type of way as far as different strategies that it may be better. I haven't necessarily done that type of analysis and backtesting to prove it, but in my opinion, I believe that, and for what I see in my own personal trading, is the reason for not entering a trade. The only reason that you would have to do that makes sense is when liquidity is an issue, when you're going to actually affect the market by the size that you're putting in. But other than that, you should be entering on your trigger. You should be entering full size on your trigger. Apple's looking pretty good here, right above the PDC, and put a little nice base here so far in pre-market. And Tesla, I think Tesla's going to be good for the dip and rip at the open. So you also hear in the background, I'm supposed to be on this Spaces on Twitter for the live trading thing.
What I'm kind of looking at on today is like basically how the market's going to perform as a whole. Because what I find very interesting is that right now
the person talking in the background too loud?
However, hedge funds are extremely short. And I know Matt likes to say when he looks at the Community Traders report that the market's never crashed while dealers are long. While this is true, if we look back at August, dealers have been long.
Caterpillar's pretty cool, dude. I want to show it to you here on this volume profile. So we got this breakout right here in this area, right? So I'll use my handy dandy arrows. It broke out from right here where this was, these were our supply, our breakout points, whatever. It broke out in this area. It got up to this 266, and then now it's basically back to this high volume node right here on the market profile. And what you would want is for it to go, well, it actually did already push up above, but maybe a little bit of a range to continue to go further up. But I do like it, dude. Like, especially with the infrastructure bills and stuff that they have and things like that.
All right. Let's see what else is happening here this morning. Got a couple other names showing up on stage. New Age, thanks for joining us, man. What are you watching today?
Buenos dias, guys. I'm over here. We just kind of did our watch list and stuff like that. We've been looking at LMT, so 500 has been kind of a magnet. We're still looking forward to continue further up with that kind of breakout there. But other than that, I think market's kind of just gonna go sideways and wait a little bit here, especially with the gamma and open interest we have at the 410 on the SPY. So I think we kind of just chill, kind of grindy action like we had yesterday until we get those CPI numbers and FOMC report tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah, a lot of people are going to be leaning into the CPI report. Obviously, that's going to be the name of the game today. It always a little throws me off when it's on a Wednesday. I woke up this morning, I was like, my late CPI, but we'll see what happens.
What's up?
Some other news: Biden administration putting out a formal request to comment for potential AI regulation. That was happening, I believe, this morning or last night. So a little bit of discussion there around what Elon was talking about. There's also some stocks on watch for me this morning. CarMax, KMX rallied more than 7% in pre-market following the release of better than expected Q4 earnings. So keep an eye there. Revenue did drop, but it's because they still beat some of those expectations.
I'm doing like 3 things at once, guys. I'm trading, I'm broadcasting to you guys, and I'm on Spaces. So please be patient with me.
Return costs. They actually reached out to Seeking Alpha, and they characterized the fee as small and noted that Amazon continues to offer convenient, easy returns to Amazon customers with one or more options for label-free, box-free returns at no cost. Boeing reported that 11 airlines in China have resumed operations with the company's 737 MAX jetliner. The airplane maker added that 43 planes, representing about 45% of their 737 MAX.
If you guys hear them say my name or say New Age Wall Street, please let me know, because I'm going to be paying attention to you guys mostly and this.
Is on watch for their ChatGPT style product. Evan, how do you pronounce this? Stock market news. I don't want to try to fuck this up if you know how to pronounce it, but I do not know how to pronounce what they're calling this product. It looks like it is called a Tongui Kuyen. I do not speak Chinese, so I'm not sure. But those are 4 stocks to keep on watch. And that being said, Matt is up here with us now. Matt, what's going on?
If you guys haven't taken a look at the Rocket Scooter platform, guys,
I see you scrapping co-host.
I am an affiliate of theirs officially, but it's a totally different way of trading than what we do. It's I'm not trying to push anyone away from what we do, but they have some pretty awesome tools, guys.
Sorry, get some feedback on the mic here. Hold on. All right. Yeah, just we can have a really nice setup. The markets, using rocket scooters, overnight stuff. We have our dynamic temperature calculations that came in pretty good, showing the market did open somewhat bullish today, at least in the overnight. So we're still positioned to squeeze.
All right, so we're already showing that this PDC pivot area is support here, guys. So we may see where this pushes up and it doesn't look back here at the open. That would kind of suck if that happens, but a little bit of a dip would be nice for us to get in, and that's kind of been the theme. I was taking dips to the 4100 level on the ES to go, but it's kind of what we have right now.
So I think going into tomorrow's events, tonight, I don't know if we're today on if we're going to get the big movie with a seat, but I mean, I'm prepped for it. I think that people are looking and positioning themselves to get away from shorts. All the data is showing that short squeeze is going higher. It's not necessarily a bigger long push for bulls. It's more like every time the market does dip, the shorts ready to outweigh the CPI. So I think the idea that the Fed's going to taper their rate hikes towards zero, and then of course a lower.
All right, you guys are all ready here. We got about 40 seconds to the bell. Make sure you're using your stop losses, taking profit irrelevant levels. If you see something, say something. Let's work as a team. Kill it today, guys. All right. What's up, brother? I'm over here on YouTube. I'm doing three things at once, so my reaction's a little delayed. I apologize, but I agree 100% with what you're saying here, man. Our the gamma levels that I have is up to about this 410, and if we stay above here, we may see 412 on the SPY, and that's pretty much my game plan for the morning.
We are getting some here. A lot of people on the panel, dual streaming right now, which is always fun. For one thing, I'm not sure if Matt has his live stream up this morning because I know that he is traveling. So I actually just check his page real quick. Okay. Yeah, typically we do have a live stream that we actually check out. But for right now, Matt's traveling, so we're just going to be doing it on audio in here. Get some stuff to the top of the space so that you can see the chart.
All right, so here's our little dip. We want it more down here, so Amazon jumping off a cliff. So tech is mostly the one jumping off a cliff here. Here's our dip that we wanted, guys. So once we show that we're going to hold around this area, this would be a good entry. And I may take this as my trade here for the day. Where is the dude, sometimes I don't get like my Oh shoot.
The price action itself was a little weird in terms of like the order flow coming in. And to me, that was telling me that there were some shorts covering yesterday because I was watching just the price movement of the SPX yesterday, just on some 0-day contracts. I mean, price was, it would stall out for a few cents and then it would jump up like 80 cents in a second, and then it would stall out and it would jump up another 80 cents. Like, to me, that's just people really, really trying to cover a position, rather than just people just buying just to buy, or buying just to be bullish. So today, I'm anticipating just a slower day today. So today might be a day where I put on like a quick bet spread on a 0-day contract. See how we go. Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Just looking at my position, we'll check all that from Disney calls that swap from one down. Sure, we still have here for
All right, there's that bounce here, guys.
contract gain. Still got 3.5 weeks on them, but taking a third off my position.
So you took that for about 25% gain. You said 30.
Yep. I just still got 3 more weeks on it.
The VIX is headed down right now, guys.
2% right here today on that.
Yeah, Disney opened up. I don't even know why it went up so good, but I just got it.
Oh yeah, already a percent.
Tesla is in purples right here, guys. So Tesla right here. This is our. If you're new to our stream, the purple candles are kind of our bread and butter proprietary type deal. Whenever these candles turn purple, this is our entry trigger. You can see it says GTFI. Get the fuck in, and then as long as these stay purple, you stay in this trade right here. So we'll kind of use this as a case study right here. I actually had a really nice meeting this morning for some more developers to hire another developer to help us out. We're gonna give you the ability to be able to use the purple candles. So there it goes. It's already up like what, like almost $2, $1.50.
Take a look at Riot real quick. She's in these $11 calls at 68 cents. So let's see.
Pretty green across the board right now, guys. So
Looking at the $68 calls, coin at the moment is at 68.90. So these are all in the money as well. And she got them at 370. They're currently at 350. They're currently at 370. I'd be careful with coin there. Like AJ saying, people potentially taking some profits, just saying, hey, I don't want to have to deal with the IV spike that's going to come in and kind of wipe me out. So just going to get out a little bit of an easy way.
anyone take that dip trade right here, guys? Anyone join me on that?
This is not showing me anything useful. Sorry.
So 188 here on Tesla on the purple candles so far.
Russian FUD as well. So private FUD, today's mining. Today mining at 8.15% today's beat. It's trading under $2, but it's up 40% this month. So clearly, wow, I remember this being like 12, 15 at one point. So yeah, a lot of runs to be had here. And then we always talk about this on Tuesday mornings, how we trade using hedge pressure. And what does that mean? We are looking for where the institutions have positioned themselves via the option chain. And this shows us where volume is going to come in. And so instead of using historical data, which is if you're looking at a moving average or Fibonacci or anchor VWAP, whatever it is, you're looking at historical data. You're saying, what does that mean in the past? How do I model that for the future? This is flipping that on its head, and it's basically saying, what is going to happen in the future? How do I model that for today? And that shows us right now. So we got hedge pressure opening up at 409. So we are currently above hedge pressure. That would be support for today. And then we have 409.9 as the half gap. So watch those two areas for volumes.
Well, dude, I bought.
Down to 409 on the day. We're currently sitting in a bull zone. DD of 85.
Oh my god, I don't know what I did over here. I think I bought ES future contracts.
Looking to break 410.25. That is the top of the opening range.
That's okay.
For the day. So we got a few things to keep our eyes on here. Matt, you ready to go?
Hey, yeah, what's up, man? So I'm walking through the opening data, and things are looking pretty okay. I have the S&P is looking pretty solid on resilience, so that's one of the first things we look at, which is the strength of the gap. There's a gap up or a gap down. Now today, the S&P on Robin Tudor has gapped up a little bit, so with the resilience being positive, it's about 17%. It shows the market cap flux into
All right. So right now the tech tickers are kind of pulling back. Apple, Nvidia, did so.
I like to see reopen for the news with the three indices of the S&P, the Nasdaq, and Russell, and so we try to see the strength of all of the gaps up or down, and if the stocks are pushing higher or lower. There's really indications of these three is what we call it. So really, really, really sophisticated tool. It's used.
So we talked about this on Tesla here a little bit, guys. It's showing that strength here in the pre-market, and we said a little dip and rip action. It dipped straight down where this support area was, and then went up. So 186 to 188, just kind of a pivot to pivot move. Even that is pretty cool if you're able to get some decent size on it. But we'll have to see. I do believe we may try to move up a little bit more. We're gonna have a hard time at this 410 on the SPY. So we'll keep an eye on that.
ETFs. So you have like, I'm sorry, the S&P sectors. So the ETFs like finance, energy, those are the ones that might be stronger today. So after a little bit of rotating, I'm going to look at this, and as I'm talking, something that does drop below here. So when it does do that, we get to look at the strength of that open interest market cap. So right now, with them both being negative, it does look like the S&P is looking for that 409 support hedge pressure. So the next thing we do after we analyze the strength of the gap open is we use this number that we have from TD. TD is a ratio of the amount of stocks that are bullish, the amount of market cap that's on the bull side versus the bear side. So you run this proprietary bull bear method. And then, of course, that's really strong, is 80%. So that's 409 support on SPY. And then hedge pressure is 409. So today, the S&P pulls back to 409. Really strong hedge pressure on the side. So I'm looking to do the tiny position at the open. And then I'm looking to kind of dive into there.
All right, so the ES is kind of back in this range here, 4138. Like I said, I think we're kind of trying to find our legs here, put in some support, and see if we're going to stay above this 410. This is our important part here for the first hour and a half. And then if we stay underneath that, then we're going to rotate down. Like I said, the target would be 408 or so. Then at that point, if we're able to stay above, then 412 is on the board.
So I'm looking for like a 409 support on SPY. With all that being said, Nasdaq being 32. Here it is. Yeah.
Between 317 and 360 is going to be a little jumps. If you're going to be bullish, better stay away from those triggers to have.
I 100% agree. Nothing to chase that at the open. So too bad, too much on the long side. I think that with the QQQ hedge pressure break, which is what we saw, it is showing a rapid advance to people liquidate positions in the Nasdaq before we go into the CPI tomorrow. So there is a liquidity pocket on Nasdaq for 16.5. That's going to be one of the larger high volume participants you see today. That 316.5 is going to be kind of a random spot. So when QQQ hits that, I think that's going to be the next major pivot we can see in the morning, because Russell's still strong, like it has been the last couple of days.
Oh, dude, I have a 30-minute chart up over here.
You can see that the people getting out of the Russell stocks are really what's getting the market today. So I think that we're going to see exactly what we said this morning. Get that 409 SPY, and that liquidity pocket here, we can bounce off there. I'm looking to see if there's any stocks that are pushing down, but it's all the tech stocks today.
Yeah, well, Disney also is telling you also go ahead and move those positions there. A little bit speculative. Waiting to the cues off this 360.
All right, so retest down here in the support levels here, guys.
360, 370.
Tesla, if you're still holding this on the purples, then the break of the lows of the purples would be your stop out.
that's just my personal opinion. Other than that, I don't expect much volume past 10, 15, 10, 30. And we are bouncing off 19 for a fix. Keep that in mind.
All right. Sometimes. Okay, SS Trades. You still streaming over there? You got anything you're looking at? Then maybe tell me in a minute before you do able to speak. I'm curious. What you are watching? Sorry to anybody that's DMing me. I gotta check. I gotta do a little bit of a better job here. Also checking.
Hey, what's up?
Yo, what's going on?
Been out this morning. Yeah, just kind of watching to see if he levels on SPY here. But really, I think it's better to be cautiously trade small today, leading into CPI. I think today might get a move here before lunch, but after that, don't plan on really trading anything unless we get some big volume on something. Had a couple things I was watching. One of the Bitcoin names I was watching yesterday. Let me pull this up. Had a level on Microsoft. It already broke downside. Microsoft had some nice pulls.
All right, so bounced off here. We're revalidating this area as support.
Their AI. Baba sold off. Baba cannot hold a gap. Ticker AI. Potentially short squeeze there with its sell off. WW kind of price target upgrade. But really just watching this level in SPY. Want to see what it does here at the 409. On the ES, watching a couple levels on the ES. Want to see this 40.32 hold. 41.32 on the ES. Potentially a decent bounce there, but feels like it will go down and test that at some point. We're kind of getting these upper range here. I think we're going to wait till we're going to have CPI and news data. That's going to give us the move that we're looking for. But today might be a lot of chop. Other than that, I'll pop in if I see anything else that I'm watching. But BA, we talked about LMT, tickers like that the other day. BA is having a heck of a morning.
See you, brother. Appreciate you coming and hanging out for the open.
Well, we'll see how it pans out. But definitely some volume on BA that I'm watching. But I'll pop in if I see anything specific.
All right, sounds good. What else is moving? A little bit of that crypto pullback right there. See, coin and some of the others. Yeah, look at that. Copper. Twitch pulling back a little bit. Tesla pulling back a little bit.
If you're bearish, this would be a good point of entry right here. If you're bearish right here, this crossover.
Yeah, I mean, sorry, go ahead, finish your statement. It's just about reading behavior of stocks in play. So, if you have a good move percentage in the morning, IB's always inflated first 5 minutes before it settles. And if you get a real great move up or down in the first 5, take the extra money. Wait for things to settle out. That's usually how these things work in the market maker positions after they rebalance overnight. So first 5 minutes is usually when I'm most active. 5 minutes swing. After that, I wait 15 minutes before I enter and let the IB settle. Just a good tip I think everyone should use to trade. Sorry about that. Hold on.
There you go. No, I thought it was a good tip. Helpful for people to know, right? People are like, why is everything pulling back right here? And largely, like you said, we're trying to avoid that.
Yeah, I also don't think it's pulling back, but I think if you trade options the first 15 minutes, you'll notice even if the move is coming in your way, like 30 cents up, 20 cents up, your contract is not moving. It's because of IBs are rebalancing, and it's probably deflating against you. So, if you're like not in the first 2 minutes, it's highly recommended not to wait at least 10 to 15, because then you'll see that you're giving costs less of an advantage.
How many of my
To give you the middle finger.
my community guys are in here? Seth, J. Rob,
A little bit of
Dirk.
Google still over the 105 mark. I did see though that PIST is still trying to push for new all-time highs. This seems wild. Let's talk oil for a second. In fact, Oxy at the moment up about 0.5% on the
Yeah.
day. Charts
Roll
looking
call.
okay. It's kind of running
Morning,
into
dude.
its 200 estimate on a couple of key U.S. specific notes from the highs. So
All right, here we go. Another test up here above this 410.
public kind of divided. They performed very much for Oxy right around that 57, 58 mark. We still have to be able to pass that on the volume on it. Right at the level it's sitting right now. This is pretty
I
much
like it,
volume
dude.
control
I
for
like it.
4 hours.
David, good morning, brother. Nice to
Above
see you.
96s. Once you can get above 96, that's what you're sitting on. The indicator push right now is just sludging its way toward volume. There was some news again yesterday. We talked about Exxon's project that potential purchase of the largest producer in Korean basin over Oxy. Exxon turning the grade right here. They are pretty much right at all-time highs. Sideways the one that they pushed out back in February. This is a really nice price action. The stock also gapped up recently. Exxon is currently up 17%, less than a month. So just more good
Here
news
we
on that.
go.
I would say that the most likely seller for
Tesla
Oxy
back up
here
to 188 here, guys.
that price bounce drop things keep on watch there. So those are the only three main names we're looking at are ExxonMobil, Oxy, and PIST. A lot of other names, of course, you can look at. A lot of people like to keep an eye on things like I don't even know if these are out random things. I don't just think a lot of things around. Those are the ones that I'm watching. So I'll put that up there for other folks that are watching. Still keep an eye out on gold, of course. If you're looking for a leverage side of gold, you can look at GDXQ. That's up 5.37%.
Yeah, VIX broke lows. Thank you.
Breakout here. Kind of
J
got
Rob, morning,
a
bro.
couple handles going. But yeah, we just want gold to break out, resistance to 62.75. Based on everything we discussed yesterday, where we did the full gold analysis phase, a lot of people are looking for, if we get a quarter basis point hike, which is what I think we're going to get pretty shortly, the next step I'm seeing here, yeah, I think very bullish for gold, looking for gold to $2,500. But yeah, GDX is just cruising here. Again, this is just a massive move since March 9th, 208%. That is just a remarkable great day to be trading. And of course, there's a bunch of other ways you can play it. I was surprised to see that it didn't go down very
The
deeply.
Qs are basing off of the pivot right here, guys. They're trying to bounce. The VIX just slid down a little bit more. We have top of the hour here in 10 minutes.
I don't think we're going to get much hedge pressure info on any to be quite honest. But I'm going to take a little stab right here. I'm just add a little bit of common equity on NEM, not financial advice. Just a little bit more. Okay. I just added a little bit of equity on my position. Okay. Matt, let me bring you back into it. You can talk us through. We've just been chopping around right here, right on the mouse gap. Can you explain, what it means to hedge pressure to 490 day? What does it mean if we're in a hold zone? Yeah. And I know that you run also live streaming, and after you talk, I will tell people how they can find out all this stuff. You know, we can talk in space, so go for it. Awesome. Thank you. So what
Here's that rejection of the 410 right here, guys. So, like I said, if you're bearish, you have the potential to make $2 or so to the downside if you want to take position right here. Obviously, we have the bid area that we need to break at this PDC, but I could see we're kind of like in this middle range where it's basically a coin flip. If we go up or we go down, you just need to manage your risk and which way you choose.
which is just taking price data on the surface and trying to infer what markets look up. And we all know that that's a very unique method. There's not really a lot of visibility to it. It's not repeatable. Sometimes you get late signals, choppy signals. It's just a dying of analysis style. Technicals were something that I struggled with the longest time, so we created a process here. This is we're senior engineers. I have my degrees in engineering, into trading. I never looked back because there's such a wealth of information available out there that we really touch. It takes I guess it takes someone that's just a data person like myself to really want to dive in and find something really special. So what we do, as opposed to the usual order flow or technical analysis, is that we can actually look at an order flow in our algorithm decide every single options flow for them. I'm sorry, every single option
Nvidia relative weakness here, guys, leading to the downside. Also, Google leading down, and Apple as well. So, still trying to find a bid on these. S&P SPY a little bit stronger than the Qs here today so far. But like I said, if we're trying to find this bid, we may curl back around. I think we may choose a direction here towards the top of the hour here, guys. We'll see. Is anyone short? Just curious.
Indication that's called a liquidity map. And so liquidity map is this BLE today. It means from both sides of the market all the way down to 409, there are bulls. We are on the long side of hedge pressure, which means all the way down to 409. We get additional longing pressure from hedging. And U just represents that we are, it's an arrangement between monthly options and weekly options. It's all the answer there. We give you three letters, take the three letters, and give it to the liquidity map. And the liquidity map is the other tells you that I'm looking for long entry point, right? 409. The edge of the bull zone, the edge of hedge pressure. Let's go look this together.
Who's going to be here to trade CPI? CPI is before the market open, but the volatility tomorrow. SPY going to try to get over VWAP and then try 410 again. Not short. You're still holding on to your long position? Nice. I'm still in my position too, dude. So we could get down to this 409.36 and it'd still be a valid trade, but I'll take the stop under a low of day right here at 409.54, which is kind of silly. It's only 20-cent difference, but whatever. For anyone new coming into the stream, guys, I'm also on a Spaces on Twitter. So if you want to go listen to that, there's some awesome guys on that. So Matt from Rocket Scooter. I think I'm invited every Tuesday to do this on with them. So, but here on the ES, you can see where this has been support all morning long. So even before the market opened. So I would like to see that here at the top of the hour, we start curling around and putting in some higher lows. And the VIX continues to go down. We retested 19. So
we try to keep it super educational as well in these spaces. It's not just random plates, but it's also to give insights and an understanding of how and why we're trading where we are. Also, wanted to put out there that if this stuff is of interest to you, we have had a ton of success trading with Rocket Scooter. It just really shows us again where volume is going to go. Like you'll see, if we come down to 409 today, you'll get 5%. We can just look at that and predict that, right? And with that being said,
Oh, you're short, J-Rob? Nice, dude.
scanners, there's charts, there's all these other pieces. And typically, because of just purely the data sets, it's obviously expensive. Hand there. Let's go over to Adam. Hey, I just wanted to piggyback off what Ashton just said because he was bringing up the VIX or UVXY on Rocket And I just wanted to highlight that.
All right, guys.
zone right now. However, monthly hedge pressure is 4.25 on UDXY, and right now we're sitting at 4.
I have this filter on my screen here to take out the blue light. So if you guys have a hard time looking at the computer for a long time or get migraines and stuff, I definitely advocate for you to just go to f.lux.com or flux, just Google it, and you download this program, and it'll allow you to take out the blue light in your computer, and it'll get rid of those migraines. Um, I get them really bad, guys, sometimes.
Just because of how close it is to that monthly hedge pressure, and even though it's not hedged in either direction in terms of a bull or a bear zone, there is some room to the upside to its regular hedge pressure of 4.5. So there's some room if it breaks above that half gap for the UDXY to climb a little bit higher. So that could show possible sell-off in stocks. Going against that, you have a DD ratio of 0.85, which tends to say that, as Matt explained, 85 stocks that make up the SPY are bullish or in a bull zone. So you've got a few conflicting signals, which either way for me spell to be more cautious whenever I'm taking a trade today, more looking like a scalp, or it could be a sideways day where I'm going to be very selective on any position I choose. Yep. Sounds good, Adam. Got it. New Age, did you have your hand up before there?
Yeah, just I wanted to go off of like what Matt and Ashton were saying. If you guys are kind of on the fence of the whole Rocket Scooter, one of the things that I personally like best about Rocket Scooter is that it's an actionable system. It's if X then Y, right? So you go into a lot of not to bad talk any communities or any other software platforms or whatever, but what I believe Rocket Scooter does best is that it's an actionable system where if you see or the ticker acts in a certain way, this is how I'm going to react. And I don't see any other type of platforms that have put very actionable type stuff into their platform where it's very blatant, it's very clear where if this happens, then this is how I'm going to react. So if you guys are on the fence about it, I think it's been a while since I've looked at the pricing, but I think it's like $35 now, so it's definitely worth it. But that I don't think I've even gotten to talk to Matt and tell him this, but it's pretty amazing that everything is so well thought out of like, okay, if this happens, this is how you react. And it's almost like a no-brainer where you don't have to think, and it takes out the very most part that most traders have the most difficult part with is the emotions, right? So if you have an entry and profit target already set for you by the system, then you don't have to deal with those types of things. So that's one of my favorite things about Rocket Scooter, and I just wanted to point that out with what Matt and Ashton were saying too.
Okay, trying to pull back into the market here. I see paper, I see rock, I see some others commodity in the audience. Anybody that's bringing them up, we're going to be trading a little while longer, talking about the markets, analyzing.
I like that, Dirk.
Let's see if there's any other trades that have through.
I'm a little bit more biased to the upside on the dip here into the supports, but definitely have the ranges in play. All right, guys. Have to get me a snack.
Affected them much to have received that, but they're up already 7.2% on the day. And then pulling back, I talked about this one earlier. Down 7.36% on the day, closed by pre-market at 3%. It has just been running ever since.
Dude, one of my favorite breakfast things, dude, is just some yogurt, granola, some fresh fruits.
Doing okay. BISD has done a whole lot this morning. It's kind of choppy, but it is still up 1.6%. I do see, though, I wanted to call this out. I do see people taking semiconductor plays right now. The MU 63, $64 call is getting hit at the moment, and you're pushing up 1.19% today. It's had a very bullish week, obviously. It jumped from $56 to $64.
This chop sucks here, guys.
Range for MU keeps running into resistance here at 64.20. Could this be the day where it finally breaks through? It's been running into this all the way since November.
I don't know. Apple keeps on fading right here.
You can just see a nice 3-4% day right here. So just a couple things to keep on your radar. What's up, Ashton?
I want to pose a question to all of us here on the panel here, and just because it's always very interesting to me to hear people's answers. So for those of us who day trade the SPY or the SPX or anything with 0-day contracts. So let's say, okay, it's Tuesday morning and you see a setup that you like and you jump in and you buy contracts. What kind of contracts does everybody typically buy? Because it's always interesting to me. So like, do people prefer 0-day contracts? Do you like to go 3 days out? Do you like to go just trade the weeklies for that particular week or maybe in the following week? I'm interested to hear everybody's thoughts there.
So I stopped trading zeros. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you. I stopped trading zeros about 5 months ago when I realized this price action was extremely wonky. I'm not the sniper that others are on this market. I realize it's not my strength. So I found what works for me is 2 days. I'm not paying high premium. I'm also giving myself room to 15 to 30 minutes more for a move in case it goes against me. But, I used to buy a week out and 2 weeks out, but that got expensive. So I used to buy multiples and scale out. So now, for the last 3 months, if I trade any indice or anything, I'm going 2 days. Like a Tuesday, I buy Friday or whatever. And then outside of that, if I'm doing a swing nowadays, minimum I do is 3 weeks. Like the Disney call, I gave myself a month. Or XLE or AMD or NVIDIA, whatever. So that's how I've been doing it. I found out it's worked better than the past 2 quarters with the way we have gap ups and gap downs.
Yeah, I can second that. I agree with AJ. I typically do like 2 DT. I'm going to trade SPY. I'll do 1 if I'm looking for a really aggressive move, but I'm also straight away from the 0 DT unless I'm selling contracts. If I do expect like a bigger drawdown, sometimes I'll go 5 to 7 DTE, and then I'll look for 2 to 3 strikes out the money. You typically look at about like $2 in a premium cost at that point. So it gives me a little bit more time, and I can cash in on a little bit more of that volatility and have the option to swing some if I want to. But for strictly a day trade, I would look at the money or 1 strike out, depending on where I'm sitting on the chart. And then 2 days out just gives me a little bit more flexibility in case any nuttiness comes through.
Stop out there, guys.
I'll be the devil's advocate here. Totally disagree, but yeah, I do not pay for more time if I do not need it. But that said, I'm a professional trader. I do this for a living, and I'm literally in front of the screen while I'm in a trade. And if I'm not in front of the screen, I'm not in a trade. So I guess that's the difference between a little bit more passive or a little bit more active. But if I'm going to get the move, I'm getting the move, and typically I'm looking at 35 to 25 delta just for that extra gamma on the intraday option strikes, and I'm looking at daily ranges, things like that, as well as like other IV, like what is it, historical, let's say 30-day average IV, etc. So looking for really like 25, 35 delta, somewhere in there is going to be your sweet spot intraday. And then it comes down to sizing, because people always say, hey, I get stopped out or I get wicked out, this, that, and the other. You don't get wicked out if you're sized right. That's the problem that most newer traders have, is that like they will use the same size if they're buying same day contract 0 DTEs or 2 2 weeks out or 30 days out. It can't be that way. So
that's exactly what I was trying to get at. When you look at like a 2-day or like when I said the 5 days out or whatever, if I'm buying a little bit more time, I'll typically add more size to it. And if I do shorter time, I'll take less size off. So I think that was a really good point to bring up, is that you need to size your risk appropriately with that time. You could make a 500% gain on a 0 DTE, but you don't full port. It's just being that the risk is.
Yeah, an at the money contract is going to be a 50 delta, whether it's 0 DTE or 6 months out. Doesn't matter. So meaning that the contract's going to go up the same amount, right? But whether it's a 0 DTE or you're paying 10 times the price 6 months out in time.
The best thing to learn in this ever-changing market is the type of trader you want to be, the type of trader you should be. How long do you try to a certain trading style system and stay profitable? 100%, dude. 100%. Everything clicks when you understand what works personally for you, not someone telling you to do it like this. And that's why I give you 4 different strategies, right? Go try them. Data test them on your trader sync, your trader view, whatever, and see which one is better for you. Also for your lifestyle, right? So if you have a day job, if you have a family, or you need to take your kids to school or whatever, that affects the way that you trade. You know what I mean? The time that you're able to dedicate it. So 100%, dude, when you understand yourself and the way that you need to trade in order to be successful, you need to have a little bit of swag in order to be able to do that.
When it comes to trading, size does matter for sure. So I actually made a post on Instagram, and I actually didn't post it because I didn't want to hear about the comments. But size does matter. So to your point, paper games about if you have a 50% loss, well, if you tout that on social media, everybody's gonna be like, oh, 50% loss, that's terrible. Yeah, well, a 50% loss on a $100 trade is much different than a 50% loss on a $10,000 trade. It's very, very different. So size does matter. So I'm glad you brought that up. And another thing too, I forgot to mention this, but in terms of the deltas, about the 25 delta being the sweet spot, I completely agree. That's my sweet spot too. I'd say closer to like a 22 delta if we're being specific.
Yep. Yeah. I made a post on it a while ago. I just pinned it to the top of the page, if that's okay. Yep. So but it's exactly on this exact topic.
Yeah, and I completely agree, because if you go too close to at the money, well, that is where
the most of your decay goes down.
Right. That's where theta is highest. So right at the money, and maybe 1 or 2 strikes in the money, that's when theta decay is the highest. So, but if you can catch lightning in a bottle and you catch a really fast move as soon as you enter the trade, that could be a fantastic trade. But I found that's much harder to do in this kind of market. So, and if you go too far out of the money, then if that, the stock or that index or the ETF goes sideways, let's say you're just trading a 0-day contract, and if that thing goes sideways for 20 minutes, your contract's dead. So, splitting the difference around a 25 delta, I think is a sweet spot for me too. Opening a starter spot put position, it's trading at I got it at 1.92, but it's at 1.86, so it's actually below my entry. But yeah, I'm opening a starter spot position 408, 2 days out, because I don't trade shares, right? So I'm seeing DD, it's the same, but res slowly coming down. We're unable to break this level of 490. It might be a slow going down to 409. That's the move I'm looking for, honestly. About 60 cents to 80 cents down and out. So got SPY 408 calling puts for April 13th at 1.92. They're trading at 1.82 right now, so you get a better entry.
Hey, Ashton, I have a question for you and the rest of the panel regarding what you're saying as far as like how you choose your option contracts and stuff. Who else on the panel trades futures? So I know you wouldn't be able to trade like actual, individual equities or what have you, but I think, in my opinion, man, it just for more novice traders, it kind of sucks, and it's kind of a mind game where you could be correct on direction but wrong on timing, So the theta is taking advantage of your contracts, especially if you're a closer expiration. And that's hard to kind of rack in your brain as far as a novice trader. Like, okay, well, I'm above where I entered. I'm still losing. You know what I mean? But if you're able to trade futures, you trade, MES. It's a lot cheaper. Ninja Trader offers $50 margin for MES. I think it's like $20 for the micro Nasdaqs. Do you guys advocate for your members and communities for the futures like that? Another big part is that you're able to put a physical stop loss. So like in my broker, I don't put a physical stop loss because it doesn't move in the same ratio as the underlying ticker. And so I have to, depend on me to actually press the button. And with the futures, it's like, cool, this is where, this is where my thesis is invalidated. This is where I'm putting my stop. If it hits, it hits. And if not, then cool. It keeps on trailing out to the upside.
So to answer your question, I personally do not trade futures, but I have no problems with advocating for futures. And I can't really advocate for options or futures or shares because everybody is different. You know what I mean? So a lot of people would gravitate naturally toward futures because it may work better for them, but some people's futures might spook them out, But in terms of, Matt would be your futures guy, and Matt trades exclusively futures. And Rocketfuture is very much conducive, just the platform in general, very much conducive for both futures and options. So I know I get where your logic is there, and I'm not disagreeing at all. It's just that everybody's different,
Right on. I agree.
Yeah, we actually deal with a lot of futures traders. I think with the advent of prop firms too, that makes the difference. So like, if we're talking futures, linear payout as the options or their convex payouts, like you really do need to understand volatility and data, but there are a lot more nuances, on top of price action that matter with options. So, if you get a sustained move on options, percentage-wise, your payout's going to be bigger, but, the market has been super choppy for a while, and that's been a better environment for futures trading for a lot of people, especially scalp people. Does that make sense? And with the prop firms, being able to pay a couple $100 to take a test, really, and get your trading more or less validated before going out. And then, if you do get approved, and we'll test it on Thursday, for a new trader, your risk is really like that $200 or whatever it is that you pay to a prop firm to take the test. And then if you get approved, you get like your 50K or whatever to trade with. Your risk is still only $200, and you're trading with like 50K account like that. I think that makes a big difference for a lot of people.
New Age, you touched on something that's really, really important, and I know this for a fact that this affects a lot of newer traders, and a lot of people are just really confused. So they hop into an options contract. Let's just say they buy calls, they want the stock to go up, and the stock does nothing, but then it eventually does go up, and then they're actually losing money, and it's because of that theta decay. So this is why I'm a huge advocate for learning how to trade vertical spreads. And a lot of newer traders are really intimidated by the terminology of vertical spreads or iron condors or strangle straddles, whatever. But vertical spreads, all you're doing, let's say you're buying a call spread, or I call it a call debit spread. So what you're doing is you're buying a call just like you normally would, but you're also selling a call at the same time, which offsets your theta decay, which allows us to stay in the trade longer, right? If we need to, or if the setup still remains valid. So so there's a multiple good things that can happen there. One, you can stay in the trade longer. Two, let's say you're paying $500 for a call contract. If you're doing
I re-entered long right here on the purples on the SPY here, guys. But exactly like what Seth is saying here is that there's no two traders. If you're trading discretionarily without an algo that's doing it for you, there's no two traders that trade absolutely 100% the same ever. And the goal is to get enough knowledge from as many profitable traders, and then put it into your own trading, and then to where it's
say we sell a credit spread or we sell a vertical spread, well then that has multiple pros to it. One of which you don't have to get the direction right. You just got to get it kind of right. So if the stock, let's say you sell a put credit spread, which is actually a bullish neutral trade, all you need is for that stock or that ETF or that index just to remain above a level. So that stock or whatever you're trading just goes sideways forever. Well, you're making money because that data indicator is actually working in your favor. So I'm a huge advocate of newer traders learning those and start implementing those for sure.
I just bit the shit out of my cheek.
Cool little breaking news here from Stock Market News. Twitter has ceased to be an independent company after merging with a newly formed shell firm called X Corp. The all-in-one app is coming. Okay, real quick, we're going to kind of open this up into just a more general trading session. I'm going to change the title in a second, but I wanted to give major props first to Matt, Rocket Scooter, and all the wonderful speakers that have been on here again. You don't need to go anywhere. We're continuing with trading. If you haven't had the opportunity just yet to take advantage and check out the hedge pressure, if you want to be able to see where institutions are positioning themselves so that you know where volume's coming in and you can trade around that. The link is just pinned into the top of the space. Easy to access, right up there. It's the only link that's pinned up there at the moment. And I recommend taking advantage. It is a 70-80% off deal from the typical one. It includes a boot camp that gets you really understanding this stuff, access to Matt, access to education. So take advantage. I really like this tool. It's very different from anything I think that you find on a typical brokerage and has added a lot to my repertoire, especially when I'm looking to set support resistance in ranges where I don't have a movie after I don't have a view up or anything like that. So
everyone ready for the ride to 412? Let's see if we get it, dude. That would be cool.
Before we transition into more open trading space.
No, that's it. Appreciate you having us on, and we love for everybody to come check out the Rocket Scooter platform. Obviously, we're very proud of what we've made. It's different. The layer that it lays on top of anything you do. If you guys are out there looking to get a little bit more, I guess, stronger in your risk management game or to have some role-based trading, there's a lot of things that doesn't come with a traditional trading platform that really is something Rocket Scooter has been designed to alleviate. So if you whether you use technicals or fundamentals or anything, the knowledge of Rocket Scooter brings the third layer to the market. You can layer it on top of what you do and have yourself a new way to see things as well. It's good to see if the fundamentals are bad. It's good to see if the technicals say it's going down. But it's another thing to see where institutions and market makers are positioned, because that's the real truth of the market. It doesn't matter what you believe. Right now, the fundamentals are bad. But Rocket Scooter says it doesn't matter. The market's going higher. And it has been. Well, because people's positions tend to dictate shorter-term mechanics and fundamentals for longer-term mechanics. Layering all these together makes your analysis methods really strong. So everybody check it out. We have like Wolf said, a really awesome link at the top. A deal that just pays for your data. You basically have the platform for free for 3 months. It's $35 a month, covers your data costs. You can play around with it, learn from everything we teach. You go through our entire boot camp, risk management and role-based trading to add to what it is you do. And after, it's $199 a month is the normal membership before any discounts. So for $35, it's a steal. So we want everybody to come check it out at least once. Send me a message on Twitter or just come to the stream. But mostly, if you have any questions, we're here to answer them all day long. And we're glad you guys stopped in and did some live trading with us. And as always, I trade every morning live on YouTube. And I show all my stats on P&L. You guys can see that I actually practice what I preach as well. So you guys can come check it out every single morning. Right there on YouTube. And feel free to give us a follow. If you're in the stream and you like what we do, give us a follow.
I mean, we could still chop, dude. We're just in this range.
See y'all next week.
So.
Love it. Really good stuff there, Matt. Great breakdown as well. Paper, I saw you unmuting there. You got something you want to share?
No, I was going to say, Ashton, by the way, it's the IWM Condor. Yeah, you were right. That was wrong. But I'm still wrong. I was totally looking. I was like, man, I need to add some credit spread here, but it didn't.
I would lie to you if I told you that this trade was a breeze, because it was not. So,
Really?
No. I've been in this trade since late February, and this is a personal record. I have rolled this trade at least one leg.
Net 5% on the call spread, so half at 10% and break even. The purple, nice, dude. A little bit of cash, bro.
At this point, yeah, the Iron Condor is picture perfect trading, man. It was just, if I do say so myself, but it was tough to sit through.
Yeah, congrats, man. That was beautiful.
Nicely done, guys. Kim, what's going on this morning? What are you watching?
Oof. I'm going to take another stop out here, guys. Market is not being generous right now.
Okay, makes sense. Anything else you're watching?
Seth, are you in the spaces? I can't hear the lady. I think there's a lady talking right now, right? I can't hear her. I wonder if it's like if someone has me blocked or something that I can't hear them.
I see we got Rocky Stock Trader up here as well. Rocky, what's been going on by you? What are you watching right here?
Hey, Wolf, good morning. How are you doing today?
Good, man. How about you?
Good, good. I'm actually watching Coin and Mara, which are going. I think you also alerted in the group, like the crypto-related stocks are going up.
Another stop out here, guys.
Coin calls, and I'm also into CAT calls, CAT calls. One of the stronger names today. It broke that 220 level, so I'm into that 222.5 strike calls, which are around like 170. Let me see. Yeah, 160. Like those calls are in, and I'm watching these three as of now, looking very strong.
Okay. Thank you, Rocky. Stock Trader up. How about you?
I can't hear anyone that's talking now.
Okay. Yeah, I see some plays being dropped into the bottom of the space. For those that want to check it out, you can go look at the spaces chat and see a lot of that stuff in there. All right, Evan, let me pull. Oh, actually, somebody else.
No, it's me.
Go.
We were, I mentioned it a little bit ago, but our friends, our partners,
Yogurt?
Roundhill.
What do you say, yogurt?
Yeah, did you get a chance to look at it all? I turned it up on the next about
What the ETF does?
Take a look.
Oh, cool. So you're just listening right here.
Just kind of narrow exposure into big sectors. So they did trying to take the biggest names in each of these sectors. They did a big bank ETF, holds all the biggest banks, and this is a big tech ETF. So basically, it's Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Google, and Microsoft. Equal weighting of just those five names. But yeah, interesting. I don't know. Maybe it's a trading vehicle. Maybe it's something people want to know. But yeah, I'm a fan of Roundhill. Lucky to be doing some work with them over the last little bit, and they're always launching cool new stuff. I think they have a couple other new ETFs on this coming, but yeah. Apparently, I was kind of surprised there's never been
that's an interesting one. So Evan went ahead and pin that up top. But yeah, got BIGT. It is FAMG. So different from FAM, but just because there's some small changes in there. But yeah, first ever ETF designed to provide weight exposure to 5 mega cap technology stocks. So Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Meta, Google is right. Is that Facebook still? They're still doing enough for that?
Yeah, that's why I said like maybe
Wait, so they took out Netflix.
it's Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Microsoft.
Microsoft, that's what it is. Yeah, okay. So it should be the manga, is what it should be nowadays, huh? Maybe there's a better way to put that. The manga. Okay, nice. SS. Let me pull you back into it. What have you been watching?
Right now, just watching ES. This 4132 finally broke the sell side right there. Watching to see if we want to hold on to this 4132 range on the ES, or if we're going to continue down. A couple levels I'm watching downside on ES is 4126, 4122, but potentially want to see if it wants to bounce here, see if we get any kind of buy program come in right here on ES. We did tap into that low, which 4132 I mentioned this morning. That was the level I was watching. But still keep an eye on AI. They had a really nice volume earlier. And so it squeezed in. They got hammered on that short report. There was one and a couple others I was watching here. I know I mentioned Pulte Homes yesterday. Had some interesting flows. Some of these home builders, real estate companies, a lot of commercial names were getting hit yesterday. So Pulte, they report on April 25th, so it's going to be interesting to see.
Finishing their bagel and yogurt market will start to move when market makers are done. Oh, I see.
So overall, just kind of taking it easy. I am watching this.
I don't think there's. I mean, the pre-market volume today was like 600,000. There's not very much interest from the big boys today. I don't believe.
We may have a move, like I mentioned this.
The only time, like I said, is where it would come in is if we get over 410 and it stays over that. So then they start getting screwed. Then
They did come in really nicely this morning to the 260 calls. It was out till August. Pretty good size on that, but they are taking profits. So just know if you are in Caterpillar, if you're up nicely, protect those profits, because some of the big players that came in this morning to Caterpillar that kind of helped drive the price action up, they are taking profits.
Okay, got it. Thank you for the rundown there.
Hey, sorry. Yeah, distributor. On 60, moving really good.
Got it. Paper, want to walk through some more insights here on the gold and oil trades at the moment?
I mean, so gold, I think has a little stall moment here while the market kind of digests that big move. So, Bastion was still on. You might be able to get throw like a nice little condor on that. Or, to me, it'd be like calendar 185, call calendar, just so it, like, I think it needs to sit to breathe right around that 2,000 mark on futures. In terms of oil, actually, I think oil is ready for a massive move. The thing is, I don't know which way oil is going to go. We got the supply constraints from OPEC plus on, I think it was last week. And then yesterday, and it might have been Sunday, we got some new headlines out on some smaller producers generating a ton of extra production. So that would kind of counteract a lot of supply. But how far can they go? I don't know. I am not going to be surprised if we get another headline. Russia, Saudi, OPEC plus, pulling back production one more time. Or I just don't know. So what I would say is I do have a trade on USO right now. USO is currently, so as swing trader and a spread trader. I am very sensitive. I understand volatility, and I pay very close attention to it. So, what I'd say is that IV on USO ETF is at the lowest level it's been in the last 30 days, and it had just come off a massive peak, right? So, I currently actually have a long straddle on USO at the 70 strike, which is, I think it could go either way. It's sitting at a 200-day moving average. It's been
Probably going to wind up calling it a stream here pretty shortly, guys. I took 2 stop outs today,
so I think it's ready to make a move. I just don't.
so not a big deal, but
I don't need to pick a direction with IV so low. And again, just a long straddle. I put it on around like $300 yesterday, 3 and change for the monthly 70 strike call and put. And so like it's sitting about the same price right now. And I'll keep that on for probably 3 or 4 days at most, just while I have an edge with IPC. So dirt cheap on this guy right here.
Have you also given up on natural gas?
No, that gas is actually getting very interesting.
Very,
Very interesting.
the comments on oil?
I'm feeling UNG just a little bit more because I don't know that I want to pay for the overnight stuff. GDX, I have a calendar on. I think that's probably there's a lot of edge on GDX if you use time spread. If anybody knows what those are.
moving a little bit further, quicker down here, guys.
I think those have made big moves, so they're ready to take a breather. I'm watching the market start to move.
Next stock trader hub, I think it's great. Sounds good. Okay. Got about 13 minutes left here until our next space. So for sure, everybody that is trading with us, if you haven't had a chance to follow speakers on the panel, now is a good time to go ahead and do that. Great speakers up here. A lot of futures traders, a lot of option traders. A lot of people that use on technical analysis. Come on spaces pretty often, so definitely can't go wrong by checking out the rest of this panel. Evan, I'm curious. We talked about the ETF launch. Was there any other Chinese news recently? Feels like Baba's getting a little bit of love. Feels like people are talking about Jack Ma, Chinese stocks back. You can saw some Booty talk on the timeline. Any other China headlines lately? Stock and KT News. Try once, try twice. All right, no worries. Okay, I am still sorry. I'm off to a computer for a second. Coming back to it. I still see people going along some Tesla and Meta calls here. See, Vegas took the Tesla calls.
I'm actually long Tesla too. 190 right now.
She is in the 185s. She's been going very much in the money today. I think that's because of CPI tomorrow.
Yeah, if she was expecting smaller moves, then it's still pretty nice.
Yeah.
Oh, so Williams is on the mic. That's what's causing volatility here. The Fed member Williams.
Okay. So what about Meta?
Meta, I looked at briefly this morning.
Yeah, that daily chart's really nice on Meta.
Yeah. So it's still Google. For me, I'm watching this bubble right here. Meta is good. I just don't know the volume with it.
This thing's coming back up almost as fast as it went down.
It's already yeah, Meta looks like it's stuck. But I'm not gonna do Meta. That looks like it was okay. Disney's probably like Disney and Pfizer still. Disney looked pretty good. It had Above the 200-day today. 207 is really like the major break level. Running to a little resistance here, but the whole 101.50 still available for 101 really.
Okay.
Potentially watching NVIDIA here. It's from yesterday's low to the pre-market high. We're at like a 50% retrace, literally right here.
What do you think about NEM?
I just closed it. So
You closed?
I wanted to let it roll, let it ride a little bit on that my last 3 entries. I may have closed it a little early, but I don't. Miners are hard, especially big ones when they're doing like a ton of large purchases. I like this space. I want to be in the space. I don't think it's going to run away from me just yet. GX is having a great day. But I think I own the AGI. I don't own any Barrick, so I may look over there. AEM is another one, and AU for some smaller. I'm thinking I want to get more beta in the space, essentially, the smaller players. Anyone's fine. I just don't know how the market's going to react against that purchase. If they did up the bid on that Australian miner they're trying to buy, like the market's going to, they're going to get knocked. Well, they're getting knocked today on that spend, and I don't know that they're going to get a lot of credit for the potential gain right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if you can do options, I would be calling. Does that make sense? Like costless callers, calling some upside calls, find some downside protection, just so you can defend the dividend, because it is a really nice dividend.
Yep. Kim, are you? What's your thoughts on Tesla here?
All right, guys, I'm going to call it a stream here for the morning. I appreciate you coming and hanging out. Tesla still looks good. It may try to make a move here in a little bit. It's in a really tight compression right here. Apple looks like it's trying to find its base. So
Came down, and if you pull up a 1-minute chart, you will see it came to 408.92. So we were within 8 cents. And then that's right where it bounced. So basically, if you're looking at it and said, it's showing us today that we are a long up day, bullish long up, and then long off of that, you basically would have gone long at 409, and I went up to 409.50. I wasn't really totally zoned in on that, but we were talking about it a little bit earlier. And if anybody wants to see just proof of that, you can literally just go to the Spaces chat, and you can see the chart that I posted that has the line there at 409 back 53 minutes ago, where we kind of showed this. So
Okay, go 40842. I see, let me check. I see someone requesting. I wanted to talk about that. So yeah, I just thought that was a little bit of an interesting fun fact, but not totally surprised that that's how it goes most weeks. You, what's up?
Yep, no action here, guys. All right. Appreciate you coming in, hanging out, guys. Like I said, we do this every Tuesday and Thursday. Some live trading. I usually get started around 9 o'clock Eastern with a pre-market game plan and a watch list. So make sure you come for that because sometimes you miss out on the game plan, and then I don't want you to miss out on that. On Sundays, we do Sunday Stockcast, and that's at 7 p.m. Eastern in the evening. And we just get ready for the week, go over some technical analysis, and then I try to help everyone out with their questions on their own personal trading and things like that here on YouTube for free. So if you don't follow me here on YouTube, please subscribe and follow me here on YouTube. Follow me on Twitter at New Age Wall Street. It'll look something like this. Like that. And so I appreciate you coming and hanging out, guys. Make sure you follow me, and gonna put the screen share for my guys in the community. I'll put it here in the Discord as well. Okay, we'll see you.
What's the retweet cost?
Go hard or go home. Every day since birth. Out here putting in work. Every day since birth. Out here putting in. Go hard or go home.